This article discusses strategies that organizational leaders can implement to help employees avoid burnout and perform at their peak abilities. Burnout is defined using Maslach and Jackson's conceptualization involving emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and reduced personal accomplishment from chronic work stress. The negative impacts of burnout on individual health and organizational costs are reviewed. As a leadership consultant with experience assisting various organizations improve team performance, one of the biggest challenges I often encounter is burnout among employees. While teams want to do their best and achieve meaningful goals, the relentless pace of work and pressures put people at risk of losing motivation and engagement if not properly managed. Through my academic study of positive psychology, organizational behavior, and leadership best practices, I've identified research-backed strategies leaders can apply right away to help their teams do more while avoiding burnout. To effectively address burnout, leaders must first understand what it is. According to Maslach and Jackson, 1981, burnout is a psychological syndrome of emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and reduced personal accomplishment that results from chronic work stress. Emotional exhaustion refers to feeling emotionally overextended and depleted of one's emotional resources. Depersonalization involves developing negative, cynical attitudes and feelings about one's clients or customers. Reduced personal accomplishment is the tendency to evaluate oneself negatively with regard to one's work achievements. Maslach and Jackson, 1981. Research has shown burnout negatively impacts both individuals and organizations. For individuals, burnout can lead to health issues like headaches, sleep problems, anxiety, and depression. Swider and Zimmerman, 2010. Some studies also link burnout to increased substance abuse and relationship problems. Rosenberg and Pace, 2006. For organizations, burnout reduces productivity, increases absenteeism and turnover, worsens customer service, and costs millions each year in lost workdays and healthcare expenses. Gallup Inc. 2013. Clearly, effective strategies for avoiding burnout can significantly benefit both employees and organizations. One of the most critical factors in burnout is excessive workload that makes a person feel overloaded and unable to keep up. Maslach and Leiter, 2016. According to their job demands resources model, an imbalance between high demands and inadequate resources leads to job strain, erosion of energy, and burnout. Therefore, managing workload should be a leadership priority. Some best practices include set clear expectations, have transparent conversations, setting concrete, reasonable expectations for deliverables, deadlines, and hours worked each week. This prevents scope creep and ensures proper pacing. No et al. 2017. Delegate appropriately. Don't try to do everything yourself. Empower others and distribute tasks based on skills and capacity. This shares the load and develops new skills. Kurtesis et al. 2017. Remove unnecessary tasks. Review responsibilities regularly and remove low-value activities. This creates time for higher impact work. Maslach and Leiter, 2016. Say no to low priorities. Have courage to postpone or decline optional work that doesn't align with strategic goals and core deliverables. Noy et al. 2017. Provide burstable hours. Allow occasional overtime for tight deadlines, but make flex time and time off the norm to prevent burnout accumulation. Coy and Yo, 2016. Monitor workloads closely. Check in regularly how workloads and resources are aligned, making adjustments proactively as needed. Maslach and Leiter, 2016. Overcommitted teams indicate a leadership issue that demands correction. With consistent attention to workload, organizations see benefits like higher morale, retention, and productivity from engaged employees working at a sustainable pace. Gallup Inc. 2017. Beyond workload, another important factor linked to burnout is a lack of autonomy, the degree that a job allows independence and discretion to schedule work and determine procedures freely. Maslach and Leiter, 2016. Providing appropriate levels of autonomy engages employees and prevents burnout. Specific tactics leaders can try include delegating decision rights, empower employees by transferring appropriate decision authority on matters like prioritizing tasks and workflow processes. No et al. 2017. Allowing flexible scheduling. Permit reasonable flexibility in when and where work gets accomplished as long as deliverables are on track. Coy and Yo, 2016. Encouraging initiative. Foster a culture where employees feel comfortable identifying problems, piloting solutions, and taking responsibility. Maslach and Leiter, 2016. Giving autonomy support. Leaders coach autonomy through empathy, perspective-taking, and acknowledging employees' perspectives rather than controlling their every move. Desi et al., 2017. Sharing strategic vision. Communicate the why behind important goals and initiatives so staff can use discretion adapting efforts as situations evolve. Slemp and Bella Broderick, 2013. In organizations like software and engineering firms where work requires creative problem-solving, autonomy has proven crucial to engagement, retention, and productivity. Humphrey et al., 2007. Combined with ongoing feedback, autonomy prevents micromanagement while keeping staff efforts focused on shared priorities. A final protection against burnout emphasized by research is cultivating a sense of community and social support in the workplace. Maslach and Leiter, 2016. Close relationships with colleagues and leaders help employees feel valued, able to manage stress better, and less likely to burn out, according to Maslach and Leiter's 1997 6 Areas model. Community building best practices I've observed include hosting team-building events. From casual lunches to outdoor activities, social interaction in relaxing forums strengthens bonds and understanding among colleagues. Cortesi et al., 2017. Promoting collaboration. Foster cooperative workflows, shared spaces, and interdependence through projects requiring contributions from across teams. No et al., 2017. Celebrating successes. Publicly laud teams and individuals for wins large and small through perks, recognition programs, and verbal acknowledgements. Gallup Inc., 2013. Showing appreciation. Express gratitude to staff for efforts through personal notes, gift cards, and informal thank yous that make contributions feel valued. Slemp and Bella Broderick, 2013. Practicing open-door policies. Welcome questions, concerns, and small talk by keeping communications casual and approachable between all levels. Humphrey et al., 2007. When leaders invest in community, surveys continually find higher job satisfaction, trust in leadership, and lower employee stress levels. Mental Health America, 2018. A supportive culture helps teams persevere through challenges without crossing into burnout. To bring these strategies to life, consider how a healthcare organization I once consulted could apply them to help prevent provider burnout. At this major hospital system, long shifts, after-hours callbacks, and unpredictable patient loads resulted in staff exhaustion and turnover costs. To better align workloads and resources, department leaders standardized schedules with limits on shift length and on-call frequency. Teams redistributed non-clinical paperwork and administrative tasks to support staff. Doctors received training to delegate better to nurses and PAs where allowed clinically. To boost autonomy, the system empowered care teams to modify workflows and triage criteria within structured guidelines, gave physicians ownership of continuous process improvement projects in their areas, instituted flexible scheduling allowing adjustments to start/end times with supervisor approval. For community, hospital administration funded an on-site childcare center and gym, improving work-life integration, provided annual team-building retreats with spouses to reinforce cohesion beyond work, piloted clinician networking groups to socialize and jointly problem-solve challenges. These changes led to considerably lower burnout rates, increased retention of experienced staff, and better patient satisfaction scores. Validating research-based best practices could work in real-world healthcare. Burnout poses serious risks to both individuals and organizations that demand proactive leadership. By understanding its causes, leaders gain insights on strategies like managing workload, developing autonomy, and fostering community to help employees do meaningful work at a sustainable pace. When these research-grounded tactics are adapted appropriately for the unique needs of different industries and teams, the result can transform cultures into ones where peak performance and staff well-being go hand in hand. With diligent effort, any organization can get ahead of burnout and empower their people to thrive at higher levels.